to this channel where we spread love and positive vibes. And today, guys, I have a video when I visited our countryside, and you're going to see the kind of countryside we have. I actually posted a video harvesting arrowroots and fetching water, and you're going to see it in this video. However, I decided just to shoot something small on what I have seen happening in Nyambohanse. I want first to say sorry so much to the family of DJ Rose who passed on. DJ Rose was I.A.M Marwa's manager at one time during the party, and after the party she continued being the manager, and I'm so sorry to the family for losing a dear one, for losing such a young soul. I'm really sorry. So we pray that God may give them comfort, may give them peace, may give them shield, so that they can be able to overcome the grief that comes with losing a dear one. I wanted to talk about something I saw when this lady passed on. There was a lot of posting in social media even before the family got to know of the death. And I found that, I don't know whether social media has made us lack humanity, or social media has made us not to put into consideration the pain of others. Because I'm sure before you come and post that someone has passed on, it is very important to allow the family to mourn, to actually get to know what has happened, to actually get the information of the deceased before we come to post. To make the matters worse, I saw some people posting the picture of DJ Rose. I found it not very polite to keep on posting the picture of the deceased in social media. You cannot even allow the family to mourn in peace. You are just posting the picture of the lady so that you can get views. I didn't find it nice, especially to us social media, to us who are shooting the videos, to us who report the news. It is very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. And here in Kenya, I think social media has gone too far when it comes to losing a dear one. There is a time a young gentleman was killed. And is it killed or he had an accident? Although it was said later that he was killed. And this young man was to be done a post-mortem to actually determine the cause of death. And the media people, especially the social media people, went to where the post-mortem was being done. I think the close friends to this guy. And they actually took the details of this guy when he was naked. It is very unfortunate, and I think that is a very unbecoming behavior. I don't understand why a friend should die and you go there and shoot all that shenanigans and bring to the social media. I didn't find it okay for people to run to put DJ Rose's pictures on social media or photos on social media, and wherever someone dies, social media runs there and starts shooting videos of the close relatives, of the mourning sessions, of the everything about the deceased, and they post it in social media. It is becoming too much, especially to the people who have lost their dear one. They cannot be allowed to mourn in peace. I remember one of the great preachers in Kenya, Catherine Tuna, the husband passed on, Pastor Tura and Tuna. And when this person passed on, the wife had to come and tell, actually the family and the church had to come and tell the people, do not post everything, let us mourn in peace. And people continued posting headlines. Oh my God. I think this is becoming too much. I also want to highlight some of the things that I'm seeing in social media about DJ Rose's death. I don't know what happened, but it is said that she was sick. But I think Nyambohanse, maybe the water or something else is actually affecting the people. Maybe the type of food or the water, or I don't know. Because every time we are being reported for a death of a person in Nyambohanse. I think now there are 4 deaths, if I'm not wrong. And it seems like these people just get ill and then die. Either maybe they are using the water that is contaminated, or I don't know what they are using that is actually affecting them. And it is very unfortunate that we have lost this young lady who is only 38 years and she has passed on. So bad. So that is what I wanted to highlight, to tell people it's not good to actually go and break the news to the public when the family have not even grasped the news. I remember one of the social media channel talked about that he had screams and went out to find out what was happening, and he found that it is the death of Rose, and he came back shooting the video and reporting. I didn't find that very, very well, and it is good to consider the family. It is good to take care of the souls of the ones that have been left, that are mourning. You allow them to mourn in peace. The other thing that I wanted to talk about, so that we can go to the video where I went to the countryside, is Christmas trees. Christmas trees is back in Trinidad and Tobago. And he was interviewing this guy that I felt I should talk about him. This guy, Gary Griffith, I think is a person who can bring change in Trinidad and Tobago. And first of all, when Christmas trees was in Trinidad and Tobago, when he was actually arrested, he exposed what is going on in Trinidad and Tobago. There is a lot of gun and there is a lot of killings, and he actually said those gangs, actually we saw it in the videos, that they walk with guns all through. And it is very scary to a child growing up. It is also scary to the people around them. And therefore, this man, Gary Griffith, was talking about reforms, changing the situation, reducing the crime. And according to his interview, he was once a police commissioner, and while he was a police commissioner, the crime rate in Trinidad and Tobago reduced to some extent. And he was saying there are some measures that he took so that he can reduce the crimes. And one of the things that he was talking about, he made the police officers to be accountable. And he made these police officers to be carrying cameras, body cameras, such that there can be transparency and accountability, and to prevent the police officers being accused wrongly in case of something happening. That is why they were to carry the cameras, and also to avoid excessive force by the police. And I thought this is a very great move in a country whereby they are actually being brought down by the rate of crimes. So this guy, it is said, according to the comment section, and what I heard during the interview, he brought crime down during his tenure. And I don't know the circumstances that led to him being sacked as a police commissioner. I don't know what he did. Maybe the Trinidad in the house can tell us. And I found that the measures he had taken were very great measures to reduce the crime. Because if we are to reduce the crime, even here in Kenya, we have to make the police officers being accountable, and there must be transparency and accountability. There must be a way we can be able to see what is happening on the ground. And I think these body cameras were actually a great step to making these police officers to do the right thing, to be on the right place, and to actually not commit any crimes in terms of abusive of power and so on. So I thought that was a very good. So it is said that he also took control of the gun by making friendship with the guns, so that they can open up the challenges they are going through, and so that they can actually open up on what is making them to be who they are. He talked to the gang leaders and brought about positivity between the gang leaders and the police force. You know, you cannot actually be so rough and you don't know what is causing these people to enter into crime, to go on fighting each other. Like there is a group A fighting group B, group C fighting group D, a lot of fighting and a lot of gun licensing. And therefore, he made sure that he was very, very close to the gang leaders who will tell him why they fight. And this is, I think, a very positive way of dealing with crimes, because you cannot actually fight what you don't know. You have to go to the ground and find the reasons why these people are doing so, because I don't believe there is someone who was born as a criminal. Everybody, there is a reason that makes them to be criminals. Maybe because of lack of finances, maybe because of poverty, maybe because of joining groups, maybe because of peer pressure, maybe because of upbringing, and so many reasons. And therefore, Gary Griffith Jr. had to go to the gangs and find out why are they joining these gangs. And sometimes people are forced to join gangs. Like here in Kenya, there was a group of gang called Mugeki, and people were being forced to join that group. So there is a need to go close to these leaders, to go close to these people and find out what they are going through so that you can be able to resolve the problem on the ground. So he was doing very great in terms of interacting with the leaders of the gang, getting to find out what is happening. And actually we saw Christmas trees interacting with the gang leaders so that they can open up and tell him their problems. There is also a highlight about the laws that actually govern Trinidad and Tobago. And the laws that govern Trinidad and Tobago are actually the laws that were made very many years ago, 50, 40s, 30 years ago, very many years ago. And it is important actually to change these laws because they are affecting the people. They are affecting the people that comes to visit in Trinidad and Tobago, like Christmas trees was affected because of these laws. So it is very, very important to keep on changing the laws so that they can reflect the times we are in. We are in the 22nd century and we cannot use the rules and the regulations we used to use during the colonial times. So it is very, very important to actually come up with laws and rules that are going to reflect what people are experiencing, what people are going through, and what people can understand and cope with. So I found that as a very, very great gesture. And therefore we hope that Gary Griffith Jr. will succeed in his political journey so that he can mold Trinidad and Tobago to be the country we admire, to be the country we can go comfortably and feel safe there, to be a country of great heights of prosperity and accountability, because every country in the world was created for a purpose by God. And therefore, when these reforms are done, or rather when these steps are taken, I think Trinidad can be a very good place to be. And we wish him all the best. I could see in the comment section that Trinidadian, or rather Trinidad people, actually commenting and saying he's a nice guy, he brought the reforms, he can change he can bring about the change they need in Trinidad and Tobago, he can eliminate the crimes, he can reduce the crime rate, he can uplift the country as a whole. And I found when it comes to the people, then this is a great guy and he's the right person to be in those seats. He's vying to be a prime minister and we wish him all the best so that he can bring about the Trinidad and Tobago we all dream about. This country is rich. It has a lot of oil. It has a lot of in the agricultural produce. It is rich and a lot of beaches, a lot of beauty in the land of Trinidad and Tobago, a lot of cash crops. And therefore, when measures are put, this country can be great and it can actually be up there. So we wish that this guy can be chosen as the prime minister if he can bring change, to bring that change so that we can have a Trinidad we all admire to be. So guys, I will brief at this point and you watch my video on when I went to the countryside, you see how we are brought up, how we are fetching water, how we are getting arrowroots, and there is a lot of activities we used to do when we are young. You're going to see in that clip that I shoot in the village. We have coffee here. I saw coffee in Jamaica, the Blue Mountain coffee. So here we have coffee, though in this area people are actually uprooting the coffee trees because the coffee is not producing much money.
It's not marketable.
Yeah, it's not marketable here in Kenya so much, and therefore people uproot. But in our shamba, this is the rad where I grew. This is my parents' rad. And we had a lot of coffee when we were growing up. Actually, it is the coffee that was paying for us education in school. So there are some trees remaining. We have a few remaining, and I'm sure you're going to compare it with the Blue Mountain coffee, which is the best quality. Here, the coffee here is not of good quality because it is not being taken care of because of the fact that it's not marketable. We have Napier grass in this area, or rather in this region. There is a lot of livestock keeping, and I'm going to show you where my brother has kept cows, and you're going to see them. There is zero grazing cows, and that is what people do in this area. You can actually see the Napier grass even on the other side, and there are bananas. So it's not only in Jamaica where there are bananas. Here we have a lot of bananas. Actually, you can show them, a lot of them. And guys, we are going downstream so that we can fetch water and get some arrowroots. Here in our place, we grow arrowroots, and therefore we want to actually go and get some so that we can go with them. So to come downstream is very, very tricky because there is, you can fall down. But we are going slowly by slowly. So join us, we go and harvest arrowroots and then fetch water, and then you can actually see the activities that are done here in the countryside. We want to show you what people do here in the countryside. You fetch water from the river. There is some maize here, by the way. And I think it's ready. Is it ready? Yes. Yeah, the maize is ready. And yeah, this is my brother's shamba, isn't it? Yes. This is my brother's rad. Yeah. There are some avocados there. There are some avocados there. So there is a lot here. Though the pieces of rad here are not so large. Like these ones of my parents, it's not as big as the pieces of rad in Jamaica or any other place. We have what small pieces of rad, but we thrive using them. Actually, you can see there are some greens here. This is sukuma wiki. Dimwango was talking about sukuma wiki. Sukuma wiki is the vegetables we use when we are preparing ugari. By now you know what ugari is. It is actually one of the main dishes in Kenya. And this is, by the way, central Kenya. I know you have seen Nyambohanse. Nyambohanse is in which part? Western Kenya? Western Kenya, and now we are in central Kenya. These vegetables are growing in central Kenya, and we have some sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes here. Yeah, so there is a lot of activities being done here, and that is what we want to show you. So guys, I don't know whether in Jamaica there are arrowroots. So if there are arrowroots in Jamaica, you can tell us in the comment section, and where you grow the arrowroots and how they are. So we are going to show you how we grow arrowroots in Kenya. Yeah. So
yams.
I saw, by the way, somebody was joking that Usain Bolt is as fast as he is because of eating yams. So here in Kenya we have yams. I don't know whether they are grown the same way in Jamaica. Those are yams.
Them tubers.
And it is actually underground. So we have to dig so that we can get the roots which are eaten. I have a basket here. You can show them. This is the basket that we carry luggages in. Is it in or? Yeah, we usually put the luggage in the basket, and therefore I've carried this basket so that I can carry arrowroots. And we are going to show you as I harvest the arrowroots. They are sukuma wiki. These are sukuma wiki, by the way. the Mongo was showing us sukuma wiki in Nyambohanse.
They are veggies.
Yeah, they are vegetables. We use them as stew. Is it stew? To eat ugali.
Ugali,
Ugali
yes.
is one of the main dishes here in Kenya. So these are arrowroots, guys, and I'm going to actually harvest some so that we can carry them. That's our shamba reach here. Here. So we cannot go beyond that side. This is your brother. This is your English is not vegetable. So we are going to harvest this side. I think that this trench marks the end of our shamba.
Yes, yes.
So this is the end of our rad, and therefore ours are these ones, and I'm going to harvest from here. These ones are making me laugh today. So this one is for my younger brother, younger brother, and the older brother is on the other side. Here in Kenya, you subdivide the pieces of rad depending on how many brothers there are. In Kenya, girls are not recognized. Let me say in my community,
They
girls
are
are not, but now
they are.
constitution is recognizing that. But initially, the constitution was not recognizing the girls to share their ancestral rad. And therefore, this rad is divided between the brothers. So it's not given to the girls because by the time it was subdivided, the constitution had not yet allowed the girls to be given land. And by the way, even after the constitution has allowed, people feel still that the girls are not supposed to inherit the rad. I want to know, in Jamaica, do girls inherit the rad? Do they inherit their father's property? So just comment in the comment section below so that we can be able to know whether it is the same thing as here in Kenya. So guys, let me go to the real thing. And I'm not going to carry the phone because I cannot be able to use the phone and at the same time harvest arrowroots. So let me show you how we do it here in Kenya. You can see that it has not been done what? They have not removed the wind. There is a lot of wind here. So I'm asking, she's asking me whether I will know the one that has got big arrows.
Like that one.
And I usually look at the ribs.
The one which is Taruki Road.
Dry ribs.
Yeah, like that.
The one which is ready, like this one, Like which one?
That one, which have got Tarukad Nini. Tarukad ma leaves.
Oh, the dry ribs.
Yeah.
So guys, I am harvesting arrowroot. So guys, we are again harvesting arrowroot. So this is one of the arrowroot we have harvested. And we will continue to look at the ones that are ready. Can you assist me to know the ones that are ready? So I come that side. Okay. So we go the other side. I'm being told that this side they had harvested and therefore the arrowroots are not as big as this other side. And therefore we move to this side so that, oh, that one, let me come. Where is the basket where we were putting them?
Where is the small boy come?
Bring the basket. So we have to put the arrowroots in the basket as we harvest them. The other side is not ours. There.
No.
Here? Oh, the river is the boundary. Oh, so we cannot cross the other side. Guys, it's long since I came to harvest arrowroots. So I have to actually be checked for the ones that are ready. So we are here again to harvest this one. You would have been here in front so that you can show how we are harvesting.
There is a lot of matope there.
Oh, this one is not even deep.
It's not, yeah.
So after you remove it from the underground, you have to remove mud like that so that it can be clean. And this one has actually stayed.
Yes, good girl.
So you do like that. You remove the mud and then you remove that part because it's like it was in the water. And therefore you bind so that you can actually cut from the trunk.
Let me show them.
Yeah, show them.
Wait a minute.
Are you seeing?
Yes, cut.
So we cut it at that point, like that. And then this other part, so we have the arrowroot. Guys, we have this arrowroot that I have cut from this stem. And then you have to plant the stem. So you cut the ribs and then you dig a hole here. You dig a hole. You dig a big hole because it has to have a space so that it can enlarge. So you usually dig a big hole and then you put it inside, and that way it will grow into another arrowroot. Eh?
Yes.
Is there another one, a big one? Yeah. Okay, let me go to the other side so that I can harvest. I would have come without shoes. Here you cannot, let me remove the shoes.
Tell them wherever you are, there is a lot of mud.
A lot of mud.
For the arrows to grow.
Yeah, they grow where there is a lot of water. Actually, they grow only at the river banks, near the river. Yes. And that is why you can see this river here. And that is why there is a lot of mud. It cannot grow where there is no water. So let me throw that basket there. You can see these ones. They are the ones that have been uprooted and the arrowroot removed. So they are put again and they are growing now. They are spreading.
Yes.
So these are some of the ones that have been removed and then they are growing again. So we have this one. My sister is showing me here. So we see whether it has. And this shaba has a lot of wind. So it needs someone to come and actually remove the wind. So this is another one. Okay. Wow, and my sister knows the one which has got a big arrowroot. You can see. And the dry one. Like this one is so dry because it's not having a lot of water. So the dry ones are very sweet, by the way. I don't know whether they are. By the way, guys, tell us whether they are arrowroots in the Caribbeans.
Yes,
are they arrowroots in Jamaica, in Trinidad, in Haiti, in where?
Jamaica.
St. Vincent, yes. In Cuba. Tell us whether they are arrowroots. So these are the arrowroots. So I'll cut it from here so that I can actually return the stem back to the other ground so that it can grow another arrowroot.
And there's Doraigolo here also. You'll show them this Doraigolo also.
I don't know whether, what. Okay, let us put inside there. So, like I told you, after you cut that, you have to cut the ribs like that, and then you dig a hole, a large hole, whereby you're going to return it back so that it can grow into another arrowroot. And these ones are very
even this one is ready.
So you see the way we do it. I hope the cameraman is showing you.
Yes.
You have to dig a big hole so that it can actually grow and widen up. So you plant it like that. Then you go and harvest another one. I come that side.
Why don't you show them this one? It's a kind of arrowroot also.
This one I don't even know what it is called.
It's the Doraigolo thing.
But we don't even know how it is called in English. So we have that on being shown. So I'm being told this one has the arrowroots. So this is my mother's arrowroot. By the way, guys, my mother is 90 plus. She's very old and now she cannot come downstream. She used to come here and actually do a lot of farming, but now she cannot come downstream. So we have to come and harvest the arrowroots on her behalf, and that is what we are doing here. Yeah. So we have this one. This one is not as big as the ones I've harvested on the other side. It is smaller. So I cut it up to here, and then I return it back to the soil. The stem. So where is the basket?
Small boy, come for the basket.
So do we return this one here, or we look for another place here?
There.
So We return it here, though this place is very dry. And therefore maybe that is why the arrowroot was not so big, because of the dryness. So you dig a hole and then you put it inside and you bury it like that. So it is going to grow to another arrowroot. You have seen?
And those ones with the dry leaves somewhere there?
This one. Oh, you have removed the trench. So we have this one that has been removed. But this one is big, eh? This one is big. So if you come to Kenya, we are going to give you arrowroots. They are very, very good because these are organic, by the way. They are very organic and they are good for breakfast, together with the sweet potatoes, yams, cassava. We eat them for breakfast.
Tell them also to tell you how they prepare if they have in their place.
Or how they plant them.
How they plant and how they prepare them.
Yeah. So, and how they cook them.
Yes, yes, yes.
So if they are arrowroots, you can tell us how you actually cook them. As we usually boil them, you can boil them. And then after you boil them, where is that? Oh, basket.
That one is spoiled.
No, it will grow. After you bury them, after you boil them, after you boil them, you can actually deep fry them, or you just eat them when they are boiled. These are organic, by the way, organic, very organic. They are not like bread. They are actually very, very good. Our ancestors, those people that were old than us, our mothers, they used to actually depend on arrowroots as their stable food. Here in Kikuyurad, we are in Kikuyurad, by the way. In Kenya, we are subdivided into several tribes. And I know you know that there are so many tribes. How many tribes are there in Kenya?
Yes, so many.
There are 47 tribes.
Those are counties, my dear.
Kikuyu is one of the tribes in Kenya. And our staple food, by the way, is not ugari. Our staple food is mokimo. We call it mokimo. Yeah. Mokimo is mashed potatoes and some greens and some maize. Yeah. And also you can cook beans and maize and you mash them with potatoes. And also
you can also use doma.
Yeah, you can use doma. Actually, I wanted to harvest doma so that tomorrow I can show you how to prepare the staple food of the Kikuyu community. And by the way, the Kikuyu community is the one of the largest
in Kenya.
Communities in Kenya. Mm-hmm. And therefore, our staple food is actually smashed mokimo. We call it mokimo.
Smashed
potato. Smashed potatoes and some maize and some greens. So
and beans.
Continue harvesting. And you can tell us in which regions, if they are arrowroots in Jamaica, which regions do they grow? Do you have arrowroots? There are so many rivers in Jamaica. I know there are so many rivers. I don't know whether there are arrowroots there. Kindly tell us in the comment section. We are going to appreciate. So tomorrow we are preparing arrowroots mokimo, and we are going to show you as we prepare, because we decided to be bringing you outside here in Kenya so that you can know us and our traditions, our culture, and what we believe in. So we are going to harvest arrowroots and then we are going to carry water. You can see the stream is so small, but we are going to carry water upstream. That is what we do here in Kikuyurad. We fetch water from the river and we carry using a jerry can, and then we can go and do some stuff using that water. So here is the arrowroot. We cut it there, there, and then are they enough?
Almost.
So we cut the ribs and then we dig the hole. We plant it again. Actually, I should be harvesting and removing the weed, but there is no time now. It is very late. If I was here during the day, I would have removed some of these leaves, wind, so that you can leave the ground suitable for arrowroots to grow well. You can actually do the work like that, so that other arrowroots can grow properly without the weeds. I used to do this work when I was young. Not young, after I completed school. This is work we have done all through our lives. Digging and planting and of course harvesting. So this is what we are brought up doing it, and therefore I have planted that one, and there is a stone here. I removed the stone so that arrowroot can grow there, and I can actually try to remove the weed in the area I have removed the arrowroot so that it can grow properly. So that is the work that is done here. Is this one ready? No. Huh? These people are talking in Kikuyu. They are telling each other, show her the ones that are ready. So I have to first remove the weeds because the weeds are so many here. Even to harvest the arrowroot, it's actually troublesome. So I have to first remove the weed. Why? Can you see there?
It's your dolly.
There. Oh, I stopped. They're telling me that that one doesn't have. So let me go.
Why don't you try this one?
Maybe they can show me the ones
one?
that they
Yeah?
think is good.
This one. Huh? You see this one?
So we go down.
Now this, yeah.
You can see the wind is a lot here. This is where I was brought up, so I know this work. We were doing this work. Even this one can be ready, yeah?
No, not yet. The other one. The one for this, eh? You see this? This leaf.
Which is, oh,
Yeah.
Let me check. So let me remove the weed so that they can grow properly. Actually, if I came early, I would have done it for Mom. I removed the weed for her. Because like I have told you, Mom is so old. She's actually 90 plus. Does she come here to dig? She cannot, eh? So she doesn't come here to dig. So she hires people to come and actually, this one is too, no, it can cut. And once it cuts, you have spoiled the plant. It cannot split again. It cannot grow again. So you have to make sure you don't cut. So here we are.
It's big, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that. I knew that one. Yeah, that one is big.
It's big. Here you have to actually adapt to the mud. You have to accept.
And some chemistry.
Chemistry? Where?
You have to apply some chemistry there.
So we have this. This one is big. So it's like even you are knowing.
Yeah, I know. You know, I was brought also
In this area.
in those kind of area.
Environment.
Yeah,
So we have that.
the basket is there.
Left.
It is there. It is there.
I wish I have not opened school. I would have come and did some digging here. I think those are enough. Those ones are enough. We can now fetch water and go up. So, we have to return it here. So we have to dig a hole again and return it here so that it can grow again.
It is that bird. They are talking about that bird.
Oh. Oh, they are talking about the bird that is making noise. It's like it is talking.
So, where are you going to fetch the water?
Me, I'm going to remove this. Look at it for me. I
Where?
fetch water.
Where are you fetching the water? Here.
We can fetch there.
Here.
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 Oh, I fetch there. I want to see whether this Mireo has Oh, she wants to harvest sweet potatoes. You can actually show her harvesting sweet potatoes. Mama, you show me when I am fetching the water.
Yes, we'll be coming there, try to get more.
So we have this jerrycan and we want to fetch the water here. This water is not so clean. I think this one will be used to wash clothes because we have not gone downstream to where the water is clean. The water is not so clean here. Jerry, Tiongoro is actually the what? The bananas. It is got from the bananas and it can help us to, as a reed, to cover the jerrycan.
The left of a banana when it is fully
so
grown.
We use it to cross the jerrycan so that water doesn't pour as we go upstream. So this is the water.
Jerry, you can come with the kiongolo.
So that is what we are doing right now. You cut it.
You cut
so that
it.
It can be small. It can be a small size so that it can fit into the mouth of the jerrycan.
Hey.
So we have to fill the water in the jerrycan like that.
Oh, come on,
So
take this. Please take this.
So we have this. This is what we are going to use to cover the mouth of the jerrycan.
And you have to wash?
Yeah, I will clean it because it's muddy. Eh?
You clean it, then you float. No, I can't go now. Don't just only go out. Go to the queue.
Go for it. So we have done that, and then we cover the jerrycan completely so that it doesn't pour water. And then we can carry the jerrycan like that so that we can tie it with a rope and then we carry it upstream.
Guys, this is not a joke. The mud in this place
Is from another region.
Whoa.
So we are using this so that we can use it to actually carry the water upstream. My sister has decided to harvest more arrowroots. She wants to carry them. So we are going to pass through there. Hama, where we have passed. You?
Here.
Mudani, we are going to pass through there.
There is no other way apart from
Hama, we pass through here. Where we came from. Come then, we pass through here. So guys, you have to tie it properly so that it doesn't do what? Fall. The jerrycan does not fall. So we are going to carry the water upstream. Yeah, so we are going to go with you back home so that we can take the water and we can carry the arrowroots together with the water. Are you through? Yeah. Jerry, so we go. By the way, guys, you know in Kikuyu community, our names come from our ancestors. Like, is it ancestors? I'm using the wrong name. Like I am named after my father's sister. So usually name like our firstborn, if it is a man, he will be named after my father's father. If it's a girl, after my father's mother. So we start with the groom's side and then we go to the bridegroom. So we start with naming the relatives of the man and then we come to the relatives of the woman. So if we have 4 children, 2 girls and 2 boys, 2 will be named on the wife's side and 2 will be named on the husband's side. So that is how we name. we use the names of those who are old, the parents of our mothers, and so on. So are you through? I want to carry the water, we go.
And they carry the chondo.
You carry the chondo. So this is called the kiondo in Kikuyu. It's a basket
Carry a
we
bag.
use to carry luggage. I have removed the rope so that I can carry the jerry can. So we used to do like this. Actually, we do like that, not that we used. It is done like that, and then you pass it through there, and then you can go
Put those
upstream.
those domas.
So, are you using the So guys, we are going upstream. So guys, we have decided to show you the struggle that we used to go through as you carry the water upstream. It's not a great distance, but because of the hill, you get tired. So this is the real deal here in the countryside. You have to carry water, you have to fetch water, you have to get food from downstream. And actually, this napier grass, you cut it, you carry it up the hill to feed the cows. You can see there is a lot of napier grass, and also we use the banana stems to feed the cows. So you have to cut them from downstream. You carry them using a rope, like I am carrying this jerry can. Yeah, that is the work that is done here in the countryside. We also go and look for firewood. So there is a yam there. This one has got some yams, but you have to dig it underneath so that you can get the yams. So we cannot do it right now because we are carrying the water. So we have to go slowly. Struggle is real. The hustle is real here in the countryside. You have to do a lot of work. A lot of much work. This is my mother talking. I told you she's elderly. Actually, she's blessed. We are blessed to have her at this age. She's actually very old, 90 plus years. She fought for independence, by the way. She was there during the independence, and they are some of the ones who are going. So they were in there, they could cook for the Mau. So my mother is that old. She was, the husband was being taken to the detainee. Yeah, detainee. So we have reached home, and now we remove the water and we carry out the house chores using the water, or even wash clothes.
There.
This water is not very clean. So this is how we used to remove the jerry can from the back. I am saying we used to because nowadays I can't dairy here. So we used to do this when I was actually growing up, doing all these chores. Hey, the hustle is real. So we are back home. This is my mother's home, by the way. It's just a simple house. This is where I've been brought up, and we thank God for everything. Actually, we say glory to God. By the way, this house was not like this. We had to do some work so that it can look slightly decent, but we are not there, but God will take us there anyway. So guys, thank you very, very much for following me up to the river to harvest arrowroots and back here. We really appreciate. And as we wind up, kindly hit that subscription button if you have not subscribed. Like our videos, leave a sweet comment there below, and we're going to appreciate. By the way, I had told you I'll show you the cows. So maybe you can come this way. I show them the cows. No, this side. I show you the cows. I promised. Oh, this is my mother's house, and this is my brother's house, my elder brother. So, in the countryside, people build next to each other in a communal way. So we have my elder brother's house there, and we have the cows on this other side. So there are these cows, by the way. You can see, this is my brother's cows. They have built for them where they're going to sit and actually drink water. So this is one of the cows. I think it's only one. Yeah, it's only one. They are left with only one. Yeah, so here in central Kenya, we actually put a lot of emphasis on livestock. This is zero grazing. So they are usually fed. Using napier grass like I showed you. And that is the work we do. You can see that cow is big. This is the type of cows that are actually kept here. If you compare them with Nyambohase cows, you will see that these ones are very, they are actually great. Are they called great cows?
Zero grazing.
Zero grazing.
And
they produce a lot of milk. Like this one can produce 20 liters or more than 20 liters per day. Per day. So that is the type of cows we keep. So we actually depend on milk, livestock, and some agriculture, which is not so much because the rad is not so big, but we thank God for it. So I think we will stop at this juncture. Bye bye. See you during the next video.